So I've been asked by a lot of people. Oh, I'm Drew, the driver, by the way, with Riding to Cash. I've been asked by a lot of people, uh, is doing the gig type work actually worth it? Do you make that much money where it makes more sense to work that type of employment over a traditional job? It has mixed results. Sometimes it can be, sometimes it isn't. It's always good to have a steady paycheck and a consistent way to make money. Hence, a lot of people going for a job or career over a compilation of side work put together. So I kind of want to do a little experiment because I am someone who has signed up with a large amount of these gig type jobs, gig type employment and work, 1099 contractor type stuff, where I work as much as I want, as frequently as I want, and when I want. Those have its own perks, but they also have negatives, such as you don't have benefits. If you get hurt, it's mostly on your own fault, and there's nothing to back you up, essentially. But that's besides the point I'm trying to bring up. Right now, I basically wanted to talk about something that I'm going to work on or try to do in the coming weeks, is an experiment to test the profitability of the various gig type works or jobs that I have. I am signed up for Lyft as a driver, Uber Eats as someone who delivers food, Postmates, who does what Postmate people do, which is deliver food or stuff, whatever, what have you. I also am signed on as a Amazon Flex driver. Flex is essentially the program where people can be package delivery persons. So I can go to the distribution center, load my car up with orders, and work for block amounts of time, typically 4-hour chunks, and guaranteed X amount of dollars per hour, varying between 17 and 21, depending on the necessity of them needing you to do it. Or you can turn on Amazon Now, which makes you available to deliver various products from Whole Foods, nearby restaurants and stores that deliver their products through the Amazon network. So, as I was saying, Lyft, Uber Eats, Postmates, and Amazon Flex, as well as a Lime scooter charger and a Bird scooter charger. So what I want to do is check the profitability and basically find out how much I can make doing these various gigs. So I kind of created a mini schedule, and I want to follow it when I'm able to, when I'm in a condition that I can actually do this type of work, that is. For Lyft, because the type of work it is, the schedule timing is going to be different than for Uber Eats or the Bird scooter charging. So for Lyft, I'm going to do eventually a weekday and a weekend day between the hours of 7 in the morning to 11 a.m., so 7 to 11, and 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So essentially the peak hours of people going to work in the morning or coming back from work in the afternoon. Those are the higher volume of ride timelines for a weekday. So I want to experiment with that 8 total hours in a day. How much could I make? Calculate the amount of gas used, calculate regarding miles and exact expenses on the gas, and how much time am I actually working versus waiting for a ride. So I'll break that down in a simplified form. And I also want to do a 8-hour chunk for Uber Eats. So Uber Eats and Postmates will have the same timeline, and I've estimated that these are the peak hours for that. It's going to be 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So that's another 8 hours in total, 4 and 4, that I'm going to do for Uber Eats, Postmates, and actually the same thing for Amazon Now. I'm not going to do the package delivery version. I'm going to focus on the delivery of food from restaurants that is available. So Amazon restaurants, people can order, and you, as a driver, go pick up the order, drop it off to the person who placed the order. So Uber Eats, Postmates, and Amazon Now, same timeline, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. total of 8 hours. I'm going to do a weekday and a weekend day for all 3 of these. And now this process of calculating that is going to be over a several week period to get you the numbers in just the most simplified way, broken down on time spent, actual time working or driving, and how much downtime, as well as total miles, total cost of gas, and just figure out, out of all of these different ways to make money, what is the most profitable. So I will check that out. And then also for Lime and Bird, I'm going to dedicate these particular hours for just one of the services. So I'm going to have my app running on one or the other depending on which day I'm working on it. So for example, on a Wednesday, I'm going to do the Lime scooter charging between the hours of 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. to try to catch any midday low battery ones driving around trying to find them. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. to capture ones that are right before the most available time, as well as just after, to try to get the most number of scooters. And then 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. So that is when I'd be dropping them off. A 2-hour chunk, depending on how many I get, what have you. So this will be a dedication of 3, 5, 7 total hours on just Lime. 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., and 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. And I'm going to test that out to see how much you can make doing that. Total number of scooters, total number of miles, gas, time, everything. Same type of layout regarding time-wise for Bird in regards to what I just described for Lime. So this is essentially a little income project estimation. I'm going to find out of these different services which one actually makes sense. Now, this actually is very geographically specific. So me doing this is specifically for San Diego. I can't really get an estimate of how profitable one or the other, how these are in other areas and counties and zones. Because let's be real, what is profitable for someone in San Diego, California is not even nearly as close as profitable as someone for San Diego, Texas, or Nashville, Tennessee, or New York, New York. Some of these services aren't even in those areas. So just be aware that what I'm going to talk about is, and study through this just test, is very specific to California and very specific to San Diego. Now you can extrapolate in the sense of use this information as kind of like a base or guideline as what could be for where you are, but even on the prices alone, the base price for orders and deliveries for each of these services, or what the payout is, varies by city, county, and state. So what I make as a Lyft driver in San Diego is much more than a Lyft driver in Sacramento, California, or less than someone in San Francisco, California. Or even other states where the baseline minimum is so low that it doesn't make sense to do it as a driver. But San Diego has its own ball game and its own animal. But that is what I want to do. I'm going to do a test, and I've laid out the estimated hours that I want to do it with, and I'm going to kind of see how it goes, and just do a video along the way. And each day I'm going to try to vlog and have more cameras set up to film the nitty-gritty in and out of doing this work. I'll have some mounted in my car, and I'll maybe by that point have something where I can have like almost like a body cam, kind of like what the police wear, to capture some of the moments and interesting things that happen. So because I've recently had a back injury, this might not be possible to do anytime soon, but this is what I want to do. And I might end up having someone help me or something along the way, especially when it comes to the Lime and the Bird. I might have a friend come with me so they can do the heavy lifting, because some of these scooters have become so heavy that it almost hurts just to pick them up. And that's not the way it should be, but that's because I've been injured, and they're just really heavy. So I will have an assistant or someone to go along with me to help in that process of carrying the actual birds or limes. But that's for those. You're not allowed to have guests or people in your car when you do Lyft as a driver and I'm not clear on the rules regarding Uber Eats, Postmates, or Amazon now, but I'll look those up and talk about it further at that time. But I think this type of test and calculation would be beneficial for the Riding to Cash community that I have somehow garnered over the videos that I've made in the past. And I think that this information would be helpful for you guys. And if you like what I've been doing, please click any of the links below in the description. Any of them, they're described what they are. So I have a few items from Amazon.com that you might be interested in. I don't sell them, someone else is selling them, but when you click on it, I end up getting like a small commission for referring someone to the site. The same goes for the other ones. And if you're still in the market to sign up for Robinhood, the app that when you sign up, you get a free share in a stock, and then I end up getting a free share in a stock. So if you click that to do just basically fee-free investing with the stock market on your phone with the app, you go ahead and click that. As well as if you're trying to organize your expenses, or you're essentially not sure how to handle the 1099 that you're gonna end up getting from Bird, Lime, any one of these like gig economy type jobs, utilize QuickBooks. It is a really helpful application on the computer to be able to organize your expenses, income, and track business stuff. Because let's be real, when you do any of these things, you are a self-employed person at that point, because you're contracted and you're working independently. And so it's a different ball game regarding taxes. So having that QuickBooks will help, and you sign up down there and you end up getting a discount on the annual price. And just any one of the links, because in some way or another they help me, and basically allows me to keep making these videos, because I do this gig work, but it's not any one of them are going to be something that's going to, you know, be enough income to totally be sustainable. So that's why I do a little bit of all of them. Yeah, that's the video. Hopefully you follow up and see the future ones that come out regarding me testing the waters with each one of these as a job. Now, I actually might change it, and I might end up doing that set schedule for an entire week. So I do like Lyft for a week, then Uber Eats for a week, then Postmates for a week, then Lime for a week, and then like through and through all of them. So not just a 1-day experience, but an entire 7-day experience to test out, probably more like 6 days, because let's be real, no one should be doing 7 days straight of this type of work. It is, that makes you working every day, and it's not good for your body. Learn from me, don't hurt yourself, take care of your body, be healthy, and try to get as much sleep as you can. But yeah, I'll keep you updated, and I will let you know when I end up doing this type of stuff through the video updates I do. I will try to create more content and be as real as I have in the past. So thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and follow up when I make more videos. Thank you.